Hey guys, I'm Tammy and welcome back to my channel. I thought I'd pop on today and share everything that I made in May. So May for me was actually a really busy month. I ended up doing a lot of work on my new t-shirt pattern that got released earlier this week. And I tried to fit in some bits of sewing, but I really didn't get as much as I wanted to get done. I've still been trying to decorate my sewing room. Obviously you can see the background here looks really good right now. I honestly love how this space is coming together. This side is going to need a tiny bit more work. And then behind me, I'm gonna actually paint my wardrobe. I'm gonna share a YouTube video on how I'm gonna do that. I basically have a white IKEA wardrobe and I'm just not really feeling how it's looking. So I'm actually gonna paint that and paint like a cute mural on it. So definitely watch this space for a video on that. I might even try and paint it today. But I am gonna do a full sewing room tour once this room is done, probably within the next month because it's just nearly there. And now I'll have a bit more time to sew as well because I have quite a few makes I really just wanna do, but I just not had the time to actually do it. So hopefully June, I'm gonna sew lots of different things. But let me start with one of my favorite things that I made this month, and it's this gorgeous Rhea dress. I'm not sure if you saw my recent video on it. I did film a YouTube video of my process making this. I'll leave a link in the description box below. But I absolutely love how this turned out. So it's got these gorgeous tie straps, and then the front is a V, and the back has like a low scoop back. There's a gathered skirt and then also a ruffle detail all the way at the bottom. And in this dress, I actually decided to include waist ties to help cinch in the waist a bit more. But the fabric is absolutely to die for. It's basically this gorgeous pink illustrated fabric with these really cute details of like teacups and floral pieces and teapots. And I just love how this dress turned out. Honestly, it really is so much better than I imagined. The fabric was actually from a subscription box called So Hayley Jane. They actually send you fabric and patterns and little goodies each month, and they gave me this version, and I honestly love how this one turned out. I actually wore it for a christening and it was just perfect for the day. I've even been wearing it just out and about. So the Rhea dress is one of my own patterns, and I've seen so many makes on Instagram of people making this dress specifically this month. It's perfect for summer. And I feel like I just gravitate naturally to my Rhea dresses around this time of year. I'm actually wearing one today. If I just show you, this is the one that I'm wearing today. It also has tie straps at the back and it goes all the way down to like midi length. But I really love this print as well. I think I probably made this about 3 years ago and it just looks so pretty. It's really nice and loose, and it just feels perfect for summer. You can actually get the Rhea dress 15% off this week only because of the launch of my new t-shirt pattern, which I'll talk about in a minute. I've got my whole shop on 15% off, and if you've been eyeing up any of my patterns, this is the week to get it. But yes, very happy with this make, and I've already worn it probably 3 times, and it is just so perfect. So the next thing that I made last month, I actually made quite a few versions because it is my new sewing pattern. It is the Naya t-shirt. This is what it looks like. This is actually a green version that I made in partnership with Cricut. I basically did an Instagram collaboration with them where I shared how I did this really cute decal on the t-shirt. It says, "I'd rather be sewing," which is totally true half the time. But yeah, this is my new t-shirt sewing pattern. It's so cozy, honestly. I had around 13 testers make this pattern to make sure that the sizes were all inclusive and everything worked perfectly. And every single version that everyone made was absolutely amazing. Honestly, I've had so much feedback on how comfortable they found this pattern, how easy it was to sew. I think someone managed to print it out, stick all the pieces together, cut out the fabric, and make the t-shirt within 45 minutes. And I was like, whoa, that is some crazy amount of talent. But normally this takes me about an hour to make because I like to take my time, but it's a very easy pattern to sew. And I do have a YouTube sew along tutorial if you're kind of scared of sewing with stretch fabric, because I know it can be kind of scary for some people, but I have a whole guide to help you sew this if you find that a bit difficult. So I made the green one, and then I also made this blue one in another kind of knit fabric. This one has got to be my favorite version. I'm not sure why. The fabric I think is actually the exact same. It's from Minerva. I'll leave a link down below. And for some reason I find this specific blue shade, the fabric just feels a tiny bit softer. I'm not sure why, but this is just a really classic simple t-shirt with nothing on it, and it just works really well tucked into a pair of jeans. I've also sewn the Naya t-shirt in a really nice stripy knit fabric. That one I wear all the time, and actually it's in the wash at the moment, so I can't really show it on camera. But that specific t-shirt I would say is a tiny bit softer than the ones styles that I made, and it just really is super comfortable, so easy to throw on, and I always wear it with a jacket over just because I like that style. But I'm really happy with how this pattern turned out, and I love that you guys are loving it too. So if you're wanting to get it, definitely get it this week. It is 15% off. And honestly, it's just a fun, quick project to make, and I know it will become a staple piece in your wardrobe, just like it has in mine. So the last thing that I wanted to talk through that I made is actually this bucket hat for my niece. I don't have it on me because obviously I gifted it to her. But basically, I really wanted to make something as a bit of a palette cleanser, because I found obviously when you're working on releasing your own patterns, sometimes it can be really time consuming and quite a lot on your brain. So I wanted to make something for someone else, and I decided to make the Sandcastle bucket hat by Waves and Wild. I think I got it for free, I can't remember now, but it's a really easy pattern to make. I ended up sewing the size 3 because she's 3 years old, and when I measured her head, that was the exact sizing bracket they put her in, and I would say it's actually a perfect fit. I definitely recommend that pattern because it actually came with step-by-step photographic instructions, and it was really useful because I'd never really sewn a hat before, so it was just really helpful. I wish they did have a YouTube tutorial, because I did find when you attach part of the hat with the 2 circles, it was really confusing. But then I think I googled it and someone else had done a sew along tutorial for it. So if you're sewing that pattern and you find you get stuck, there is a sew along tutorial somewhere on YouTube if you just search it. I think I'm actually going to make her mum a bucket hat too, using a different pattern. If you have any recommendations for adult bucket hats, let me know. I can't remember if the Sandcastle one is just for children. I'll have a look online, but I definitely recommend you guys sewing for someone else if you've never tried it before. It's such a nice palette cleanser. And I just realized I did sew one other thing. I sewed a ballet outfit for my niece again, but again, that's given to her, so I haven't actually got it on me. But it's a really nice pink ballet outfit. The pattern is from Etsy. I can't remember what shop it was called. That was pretty easy to sew as well. It was a knit fabric, but it was my first time kind of using it in this way, and that was just such a fun thing to sew. I already have so many ideas of what I want to sew this month in June. I was thinking of doing like a vest and short set. I've seen so many people make this. It feels like a really trendy piece to make. I think I bought the Veronica vest pattern, and I keep seeing people sew the, okay, I can't pronounce it, the new pants pattern from Paradise Pattern. It begins with a P, and I think I might have that as shorts and make that as a set. I think that will make such a nice set to make for summer, but I think that'll be really time consuming, so I want to see how long that will take me to make and if I actually want to sew that this month. One other thing that I actually really want to sew is a pair of like white denim shorts. I actually bought some fabric from Minerva to specifically make some shorts. I even bought a matching white zip to go with it, but again, that seems like a really time consuming project. I'm not sure if I have the like mental energy to dive into something so complex and also just sew a whole new pattern. But if I end up making that, you can see that on my Instagram. Maybe I'll make a process video for that on YouTube. Let me know if you'd be interested in seeing any more sew alongs for any specific patterns. I love doing those sorts of videos. It's going to be a really exciting month, and now it's like summer. I just want to spend all my time outside, and even though I love sewing, I also just like stepping away from my office and my sewing machine and just doing something completely different. But that's everything that I've made this month. Thank you for watching this video, and if you like my content, make sure to subscribe to this channel and like this video. I'll see you in the next one.